Hey you guys, look who I'm with here. So, in this video, we're gonna talk about. Let me find my phone. I forgot what we're gonna talk about.
These nuts.
Oh, we'll introduce our guest of honor here. This is Corn. What do you have to say to the
Joe Jackson?
Stop scrubbing.
This is D. It was kind of hard to fit on the frame, but
you know what?
we managed. And this is Hunter. You're used to him. So
if you haven't known.
Yeah. So in this video, we're gonna compare previous top tier decks with today's top tier decks. Shut up. So, the first deck, or the most recent one, is Plant Synchro. Now, remember, in this discussion, these decks have all of the cards that they had in their prime. So, Plant Synchro, of course, there's Trishula, TeleDAD with Hug 3 Solemn.
You know what? You're still being a Plant Synchro.
Right, so if Plant Synchro was at its prime right now, would it stand, how would it do against Mermails, you guys?
Mermails still outspeed.
Like, do you think, I mean, I don't know.
They got guys.
Honestly, Mermails don't have enough board presence for plants to actually matter. Like, their big play was going to Blackwings, and that wouldn't really do much to the situation. Trishula would be amazing, but it would have to be a reactive thing. A little more difficult than they would want.
Yeah, what do you think?
Jump Destroyer.
Yeah, I think, Jump Destroyer is real. Mermails are kind of resilient to destruction, though. Like, they have a lot of waves of.
They just suck. They can't play against the movie.
Well, Abyss Gaios is.
Yeah, Abyss Gaios could be a thing. I mean, like, do you guys think. What's that one card?
Well, I mean, not just Abyss Gaios, but shit.
Stardust Dragon and, like, things could be an issue too.
It would depend on what version.
They didn't really. At the end of the version, they stopped playing Titanium because one Lone Fire didn't really do much.
Yeah, it was like a 1-for-1 dandy where
We say prime. We never say
their prime would be about Kansas, about the format that Kansas City was in during that time, right before they got hit on the ban list.
Yeah, so let's imagine Hyper Librarians, Tengus.
Yeah, like Hyperlib and 3.
Would Mermails be able to like stand up to like shooting stars and things?
I don't think they'd be able to stand up to that, but the regular plays, the not broken plays.
I think Shooting Star would be able to stand up too, but Quasar.
And then you think of the other top decks like Prophecies and what the other one?
Prophecies and E-Dragons.
I think E-Dragons would still just outspeed them.
I think
really
Plants
I'm
know
not sure.
the answers.
Automatically though, because they got those K factor.
They would get killed by Evil Soul.
They would get killed by Evil Souls. They really have nothing against that.
One second, guys.
That main Phoenix Shane though.
Just gotta flip this.
They didn't make
I did. Shit.
No, in the come on, like the one that everybody played, the one that Billy Brake basically topped with. The only thing they can really do is hope to be able to Chaos.
Maybe it depends on if they're running the Chaos version, because Chaos version is still pretty good too.
So the next deck is Agents. Agents with triple Earth and
They're dying.
That's all that would.
triple Earth and
They're dead.
their Chaos sources. Would that not make a?
The main thing about Agents is they grinded out the early game, and basically now the early game is all that it is, and they couldn't really grind it out that quickly. They'd have to be able to.
I think that they'd just be too slow.
They'd have to be able to summon.
Yeah, they drop Christia early, but they can't really drop it early.
No, unless you go Hollow Fairy. Other than that, there's nothing they can do.
Even so, like Mermails have. They've got like Undina's out, Abyss Pike.
I mean, the simple fact that they got shit that they can discard and they're activating the graveyard that's just gonna make them where they can clear the field.
So is it safe to say that Agents wouldn't really do anything against Prophecy? Or
I mean, I feel like Agents can beat Prophecy alright. I feel like they wouldn't do so well against Mermails and E-Dragons. I feel like that's kind of up in the air.
Alright, so.
I mean, they only got one out, and that's really Christian. That's it.
So the next one is Triple Gateway Samurai. Now I know this was around for long, but
they will beat the shit out of it.
They beat them top.
They still Samurai are still good now. So I mean, shit. give it.
But when I mean, Mermails
I don't
like
think-
auto win against Sam.
Honestly, I don't think they would, no matter how much
Because what can they
advantage
make?
you got out.
Like, I mean, even if you have 3 gateway, like,
You still only have one sheet.
you still only have 1 sheet. Well,
You
one
know,
triple
Shin
sheet,
wasn't
triple
limited.
sheet.
Shin wasn't
But
limited.
the point is, the spell and traps don't matter. You would have to be able to draw like enough warnings and stuff to stop your opponent. Which in E-Dragons, they wouldn't care about one warning.
And I think Mermails wouldn't care because Mermails can pop. Like,
Samurai
she
can't keep bigger
and the Maturity Beast don't really matter.
Samurai's just gonna get big enough.
Yeah, so it's still
They're good. They have OTK factor. OTK
Like,
factor.
unless-
They have to open perfect.
Unless they run the red and blue version for infinite counters, they wouldn't win.
And they would probably need Magatamas because otherwise Abyss Pike and Undeed are just gonna blow up as many Sheens as you can put on the field.
And then you have Makatomi, so that you're a big guy.
Yeah, so
Big Eye wasn't that big of a pimp back in the day, but
And then you still got to deal with Draco.
so the next deck is X-Sabers. X-Sabers in their prime. So remember, this is Monk,
Cold Wave
Monk
Cat.
Cat, Cold Wave.
Rescue Cat.
Yeah, Monk Cat, Cold Wave.
No.
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 Well, no.
Unless
they
they
target your hand. They target your hand. You lose
The
your hand.
Goddams.
Marbles lose their hand. They can't win.
They weren't playing. They were back in
Yes,
in
they
Rescue
were.
Well,
Cat.
in Cat Days, like the
No,
Goblins was the
in
last
Cat,
thing.
no, in
I mean,
Cat
okay,
Days they
they-
weren't playing that. They were playing Dark Strike Finder, OTK, basically.
Well, no. In their
In their prime,
In their prime, that's what
they
they
still
were.
were in their prime, even without Dark Strike.
No,
I thought Dark Strike was
Okay,
banned
with Rescue
before.
Cat,
that was
Rescue Cat, two
Wasn't Dark Strike banned before
fucking
Sabers got
Arabellums,
fucking
and they attack your hand, you lose 2 cards. How the fuck is that?
No, that's-
not-
Dark Strike was banned before.
Come on,
before
man.
They
no,
had-
no, you're thinking of Cat Synchro. Cat Synchro was just Monk, Cat, Arabellum,
Yeah.
Arabellum. That was when Dark Strike was around. After that, when Sabers were around, it was
I'm
just.
talking about like.
oh, then I
Rescue
still don't
Cat.
think. I think it would be even less if they didn't have Dark Strike Finder.
Any deck that targets your hand and takes.
I don't know. Like, do you
No,
think
the
it was
simple
on
fact
your
that
hand.
they can get in your hand. That's all I'm talking
I don't
about.
think they would be able to do the Golems if they Golems loop very quickly.
How about
I think I loop the Arabellum loop with double Rescue Cat.
Well, that's not really a loop. It's just getting too far into it.
But this
And that's if the field's clear.
That's still.
It's gonna be.
They don't usually.
Saber hole.
I don't think they would clear the field that easily.
I mean, even with lineups in their prime.
Abyss Sphere is a card, and going first turn Draco Sack is a card.
So I don't think that Sabers would.
I don't think Sabers
The next
Not
deck,
great impact.
TeleDAD. Triple
like a-
Solemn, double Dark Arm,
Oh, no,
the
that's
Stratos, the D-Draws, all
Depends
the
on
stuff.
well, I mean, I think TeleDAD
unplayable.
had DC heroes up in there, right?
As fast as
With this commander.
Yeah, this Commander was there.
How did we special something? Oh, limit reverse.
Do you guys think that, I think that just the fact that they can drop things like Stardust and stuff.
Oh, they had Dark Magician of Chaos. Yeah, they can.
I mean,
It can definitely OTK you.
Yeah, we did have Dark Magician of
that's
Chaos.
a lot of
And dimensional.
no, I think
Dark Arm Return.
that's Dark Arm.
We're thinking
Return.
Dark Arm Return. With Dimensional
No,
Fusion.
no. TeleDAD was with
Which is E-Tellies. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
with the
tripping.
E-Tellies and the
But I mean,
Malicious.
yeah.
I mean,
with
it
Dark
just depends
Arm
on which one.
But no, Dark Arm Return and TeleDAD were two different decks. TeleDAD wouldn't be able to, as fast as they were, they still had to a little bit of setup, and I don't think they would be, as quickly as because I was looking at videos of old TeleDAD decks, and they didn't always OTK you back then.
I think that TeleDAD would have a really big problem with Draco Sack. Because the way I see it, I think that they could, Big Eye wouldn't be like
Oh,
a
we're doing
huge
that
deal,
kind, right? I
yes.
saw the big
But I
deck
think
and
Draco
saw-
Sack
alright.
can just sit there and I mean, what can TeleDAD do?
Can you Dark Arm? You can't.
Because Dark Arm can't get
Can't
rid
wait
of
to
them.
play mine.
As long as they keep their tokens.
And Stardust is no use. They can get over Stardust and they can pop it. Because so I think that would be the deciding factor. That would make Elemental Dragons have a huge advantage.
Because they have basically infinite resources.
I think the TeleDAD would do okay against Prophecy though. I mean,
Yeah, because Prophecy doesn't run a lot of sides.
Almost no track.
wait, oh yeah. Some of them run Decrees and that's, It's usually just a stop leather.
They got OTK.
No, something's got to be returned before you play the Okay.
So the next deck is Gladiator Beast, triple Solemn, triple Bestial, Gladiator Beast. Would they survive? No. You don't. I agree. I don't think that it really changes a thing.
I don't think they would have enough macro to stop.
Solemn doesn't stop things like Megalo and E-Dragon summons, so it doesn't matter.
I mean, they got that one out.
Chariot was
Chariot,
okay.
and then.
Chariot's okay, but
It's not. This one, a lot of
too many
people play a lot of
effects.
spells. Like other. Now, I think it would be prophecies.
It could be prophecies. It couldn't be E-Dragons. I don't think it would be water.
They would have to draw more Chariot.
there are too many effects. Like you have to open with like I want to say double Chariot and then have to get the quest loop going because otherwise there are too many effects. And like E-Dragons don't care about Gazaris.
Yeah, that's another thing.
No one cares about
They
Gazaris.
wouldn't have enough. They wouldn't have enough monsters, stuff on the opponents of the field for Gazars to fight.
They're not big at all.
Lad is big.
So the next deck is Blackwings. This is Dark Strike Fighter, triple Whirlwind, triple Gale, Blackwings.
I don't think so. I don't think it'd be fat. Like just this, like Draco side.
Depends on the hand.
I think they like the
It
Icarus,
depends on how you open up. I mean, if you open up, you win.
but their boss monsters are really diminished right now. I mean, like even with like Armor Masters and Armlings and
They
things,
used to get popped easily.
Get
like
popped.
I mean,
They'd be able to
like
play.
Armor Master doesn't matter. Like,
Everyone
battle
would be able
doesn't
to play
matter.
around everything. They could. So
It's all about the OTK or how well I can punch you in your mouth.
I mean, I think it's like it either boils down to OTK or I pop all your shit to where you can't come back. I mean, I don't think Blackwings would even now with Dark Strike Fighter. If
I
they can
mean,
move
they do,
fast,
but they do got a good surprise.
like with Dark Strike Fighter, if they can move fast enough, they can end the game like that.
Good surprise.
I don't know.
But they would have to open it up good.
So we're gonna stop for a commercial break as I reset the camera.
Yeah.
So we're back, and the next deck that we're gonna be talking
Make sure
about.
that's on there. Talk about that.
The next deck is Lightsworns in their prime. So this is Lightsworns with triple charge and triple honest and
This ones are still good.
the honest, I don't think the honest would matter as much as the JD.
I think the JDs are gonna
Just the triple charge.
Oh my god.
The ability to fill up your grave first, like half your deck first turn, and then
They kill you turn one.
They always know
Turn two kill.
and they can live through anything Necro Garden. It doesn't matter.
They
Do you guys think that they would be able to?
They can save the card.
I still think it would be difficult, but I think it would be.
Oh no, well,
Like they would have to. I don't think they would be tier 0, but they would still be a good deck at that time.
Because BLS is still.
Well, they didn't have BLS.
They didn't have BLS in
They
there.
didn't have BLS in there.
They
They changed it.
We're talking about the deck
I'm
at
talking about before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So do you guys think that they would be able to handle elemental dragons? Given the amount of steam,
Because they do have stars.
the amount of steam in the Draco set.
Well,
They could just
mean,
kill
they
Draco
could-
side with a double JD, but you'd have to OTK because then your opponent could big eye steal it and then blow up.
There are some E-Dragon decks that run those characters.
I think E-Dragons would be able to fight back with it easily. Because, I mean, like, they can make Draco Sacks and Big Eyes just fight this. So if you don't finish the game, they can make a Big Eye, steal your JD, steal JD, or make a Draco Sack. I mean, I think that would be something that might have trouble with. I think they can handle Prophecy. Just like that.
Yeah, so they turn it.
Like, because if Prophecy, like, Priestess isn't big enough to do anything.
So called the Drake.
no, she's big enough. You can take these dead.
As long as they have Star Hall.
Yeah, I mean, she's 25.
And Star Hall is their main play anyway. That's how
So,
they get over
I know.
and the last deck, Perfect Herald.
Perfect Herald wasn't even amazing in its own format.
It wasn't even great, so
I just hate playing the damn deck, to be honest with you. I really hate playing the
It's
deck.
annoying.
It's like, okay.
It was overshadowed. It was overshadowed by infinite Trishula and infinite burn damage through frogs. Like the deck, it couldn't. It had to have open perfectly. It couldn't set up as well as they wanted it to.
So we're gonna assume that they're not really
And they wouldn't be able to negate everything. They have to summon
but you gotta
Christian.
realize, each format something Especially before the Nationals. Techion, yes.
So how about Infernities in their prime? Although they didn't have Trishula, they did have triple Mistborn.
Infernity could beat the shit out of them
Japanese
right now.
Yeah,
They can beat the shit out of them.
Now, Japanese version,
Japanese, it's not a contest.
it's not a contest.
you don't have
Even without Trish though, triple launcher, it just doesn't.
Ability.
I think that because right now Mermails can lose to Infernities when you stack and drop barriers. So.
Barriers too.
Even with one launcher, you can still loot barriers. So you can loot barriers and having 3 launchers and have a field full of 8 stars and not care.
Frog FTK. That's one thing.
Frog FTK would.
I wonder how that would.
Frog FTK.
Frog FTK could beat it.
First turn, nigga, no.
As long as they can make, as long as they like open.
The nuts.
They don't have, which is easy. And all they would have to do is set up their grave.
Amazing. That turn was used right off.
They could set up their grave, then have like a bunch of gotchis. Like even if they don't have Bash Driver, have a bunch of gotchis and 4 cards left in deck, and then they're drawing the thing.
So that more or less concludes this video. So the moral of the story
Is this is a broke format.
The moral of the story is, although
That's
this
a bro.
format is
That's a
broken,
bro moment right there.
It's almost the
it
most
goes to
broken
show
I've seen.
that there are past top tier decks that could stand up to the top tier now, sort of. Not really, though. Maybe Lightsworn. That's about it.
That concludes it. Hey, nigga.
So,
Yeah, we'll leave and then we'll even come back.
if you
We'll
guys-
go to the gas station and get it.
if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and leave a
Or
comment.
a middle finger up. That's what you do.
There's a button for that too. And leave a comment with what you think. Are there other top tier decks that maybe would have been good? And
I've been up 36 times.
Okay.
and finally, share this video with your friends.
+3.
No, share this
Share-
video,
share with your
especially
friends.
with white people.
Especially with the girls.
Because they might get upset that I call Hunter a nigga. Hey man, hurry up, cause my belt cutting into my stomach. That shit hurt.
I wonder why.